Welcome everyone. We are officially recording this session so that we can post it on our EOF YouTube page for you to refer back to. So we have, once again, our lovely Ms. Cheryl Holman, Dean and Director of the Career Center. And many of you have posted so many questions or asked the counselor so many questions about internships, how they work, how you register, where are they? And so we asked Ms. Holman to come on today and give you that information. So I'm going to turn it over to her. How do you want to handle? I can handle the chat.
Yes,
how do you want to handle the questions? Do you want to stop or wait to the end?
You know, I have sections, so I'll stop periodically and ask if there's any questions. How's that?
That's great.
Because there's a lot to cover today. And can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
So students, I hope you have, pen and paper with you for these dates and information. Keep yourselves muted unless you're asking a question, okay? All right, Ms. Holman, let me see what's on the chat. The chat is the links that you provided. So go right ahead.
Yes, so I have provided some links in the chat, and I will cover a lot of information today. There's a lot to learn about internships, but in addition, these links are supplemental information for you. So if you want to grab those links and paste them somewhere else, feel free to do that. And let me share. Oh, okay, I know what I'm doing here. Okay. All right, you all see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Good. So, and I'm not going to do the full PowerPoint because I've learned that I get lost and it gets all messed up. I will just do it like this. So again, I'm Cheryl Holman, Assistant Dean and Director of the Career Center. I have been at Rutgers-Camden as of January, 24 years. And in that time, I have been involved with internships my entire time here at Rutgers-Camden. In 2002, the Career Center actually created a course, an internship course, because we saw that mostly in the College of Arts and Sciences, there was a lack of internship courses throughout the majors and students wanted to get credit. So we created a course and I was involved in creating that course. And in 2006, started to teach the course. So have been very much involved with internships my entire time here at Rutgers-Camden. And actually prior to my coming to Rutgers-Camden at my former university, which was a long time ago, that university had co-op. So I was also involved in co-op there. So many, many years. That's a quick background. I'm going to jump right in. I'm not always sure how to start this workshop because there's so much to cover, but today I'm going to talk about the Career Center resources and how we can help you find an internship. And I'll talk about Handshake. I'll show you real quickly on Handshake, just some tips on searching for internships. I will also talk about our events that are coming up this semester. We have a lot of opportunities for students to engage with employers and employers who are offering internships. And so I'm going to talk about those events that are coming up. Also some seminars, additional seminars that we have this semester that will help you between writing your resume, interviewing, dress, all of that. So everything, all of the other resources that you need to help you find your internship. And then I'm going to dive into how to get credit for internships at Rutgers-Camden and what courses you would take to get credit for internships here at Rutgers-Camden. So as you can see, that's a lot to cover today. So let me jump in and I'm going to start with resources. Often students want to know what are, websites, what are the best resources to find internships. Before I get into these resources, I know you're all, maybe furiously writing things down. Don't worry. You don't have to write it down. I will share with Miss Waters this PowerPoint. And so she can then share it out to you. Okay. So absolutely the best place you want to start for internships is with the Career Center. The main reason is because this is the central office on campus where students can come to find internships, but it's the central office that employers know to come to post their internships. So we're going to have the widest range of opportunities. And when we get our internship postings in, when we have an employer contact us saying, hey, we have an internship, we post all of those internship opportunities on Handshake. So that is the one centralized system that is accessible to students, that you can go into Handshake, search for any internships that come into the office. So that's going to be your first place to start. And I will, as I said, give you a short demonstration of Handshake. But the Career Center also has, refers students to a number of other sites and organizations. So Career Shift, and when I go into Handshake, I'll quickly show you how to access Career Shift as well. Career Shift, I think of it as the Career Center's supplemental job portal. It is another platform that the Career Center subscribes to. We pay for this portal so that students have access to it. You wouldn't have access to it if we didn't pay for it or you paid for it yourself. And so it's a meta crawler. This system goes out to the internet and pulls off internship leads, job leads. It has a lot of really good content. So we tell students, look at Handshake, but we realize not every internship in the world is on Handshake. So we also kind of supplement with Career Shift as well. So those are going to be your two initial points of contact for internships. Other sites, you may have heard of Campus Philly. It's an organization, obviously in Philly, that is geared toward Philadelphia universities and keeping students in the Philadelphia area. And so they do a lot of programming around careers and internships. They also do other events as well. So their website, you can find mostly those local internship opportunities. Internship.com is a website that you can take a look at that's geared specifically for internships. It's going to be, have national listings as Career Shift does and Handshake does as well. If any of you are interested in more of nonprofit human services organizations, idealist.org is the place to go for any type of opportunities that are in the nonprofit human services area. And those idealist.org has internship listings, volunteer opportunities, full-time jobs, part-time jobs. The other next item I have on here is an organization's website. So what I found over the years is working with students in internships and through our internship course is some of the most interesting internships and maybe the highest profile internships. Students were able to get those internships just by going right onto the organization's website and applying right online. The ones that pop out to me the most, I had a student who interned it in New York for Jive Records a number of years ago. And she went, that was posted right on their website. Marvel Comics, we had a student who really wanted, that was his dream job, was to work at Marvel Comics. Their applications posted on their website. He went on and he applied. Had a student who interned at Saturday Night Live by just going right on their website and applying for their internship. So if you are someone who has, a number of companies or organizations in mind that are your dream organizations, go on the website, see if they have their internships posted there. So that direct contact with the organizations is also a really good resource. I would say, your top resources are going to be Handshake, Career Shift, and going right to an organization's website. And then the final one here, now obviously this is not an entire list of options, but these are the top options that we've found for students that are the most successful. And if any of you are interested in federal positions. So eventually working for the federal government. They do offer internships to undergraduate students, and the website is usajobs.gov, is the central portal for federal positions, both internships and full-time jobs. A tip I will give you when looking at USA Jobs, because as you can imagine, there are thousands of jobs on USA Jobs, and students often feel lost, like, okay, I'm here, but how do I find an opportunity? The federal government, a number of years ago, created a program called Pathways. And Pathways is created as a portal for undergraduate students and for recent grads to help them identify what are the internships, what are the entry-level positions in the federal government. So if you're going to look for federal positions on usajobs.gov, go on, log in, create your account, and when you do a keyword search, add pathways, the word pathways, into your keyword search, and then you're going to find those positions that are, will be internship related or their entry-level positions in the federal government. Also, just like with corporations and going directly to the corporation's website, if you're interested in a specific federal government organization or department, then I would also say to go to that department's website. So if you're interested in the DEA, go onto usajobs.gov, see if there's something posted there. If not, go on to the DEA's website. Because while the federal government has set up the USA Jobs website, ideally, so that every opening is posted here, not every organization within the federal government posts on USA Jobs. So it's always good to go to the agency's website as well that you're interested in. Okay, so those are a few tips for websites. Right now, I'm going to go into Handshake real quick. So let me stop sharing this for a minute. And I'm going to share my screen. Now, I know I did a workshop, so some of you may have been in my Handshake workshop, but just in case you were not one of those students, I'm just going to do a quick login to Handshake for you, just to show you how to get started. Before I do that, I do want to point out the 24/7 resources here on the Career Center's website. A lot of the platforms and resources I'm going to talk about today are on this page under the 24/7 resources. This is where you would log into CareerShift. You log in, and you just need your net ID and password to get into CareerShift. So that's available to you under 24/7 resources. And obviously Handshake is too. If you don't want to go into 24/7 resources, just click on Handshake here on our front page. If you've never logged in, you just click on Student Login, and you're going to access Handshake with your net ID and password. You have access to Handshake as a student, but it is also available to you once you graduate. You will still be able to use Handshake just like you did as a student, and you'll still continue to be able to log in with your net ID and password. Okay, logging in, you're not going to see this screen. This is a special screen for us staff at Rutgers-Camden. And extra security. So let me take a second. Okay, so once you log in with your net ID and password, this is the home page you're going to see. I always recommend to students that you come up here, go through your career interests, and make sure that's all filled out according to what your current career interests are. So if you're looking for internships, make sure you click that. And then you have the option of picking some fields that you're interested in. What the career interest section does is it doesn't prevent you from seeing any positions. It doesn't prevent you from searching for internships in any field. But what it does is it's part of Handshake's machine learning. So when you fill out the career interest area, Handshake will then suggest opportunities that come up based on the data that you put into the career interests. And then you can fill out your profile, and you can also upload your resume, cover letter here under documents in Handshake. And if you are applying to positions that you find on Handshake, if you're applying to them through Handshake, you will need to have a resume uploaded. I will talk about, creating your resume, having it critiqued. I will say right now, please, before you put your resume on Handshake, have it critiqued by the Career Center. And I'll talk to you about how you can have that done. We have seen way too many bad resumes, and I'll just call them that, bad resumes on Handshake, where the student didn't have it critiqued first, they're putting it on Handshake, they're sending it out to employers, and we're just like, that emoji. That's us when we see some of these resumes. I have the ability to screen every resume that comes into Handshake, but for us, it's overwhelming. So what our preference is that you critique it first and then upload it onto Handshake after it's critiqued. If you're in doubt, if you have a resume right now on Handshake and you didn't have it critiqued by the Career Center, if in doubt, delete it, have us critique it, and then upload it again. Okay, so that's my resume wish. Okay, so what I did now is to search for internships. I went over to here to jobs, click jobs, and then you're gonna see the page to allow you to search for internships on Handshake. I know everyone's drawn to the keyword section. I'm going to say not so fast with the keyword. My concern with typing in keywords is that you miss a lot of opportunities that just might not have that keyword in it. Or there might be opportunities that are out there that you would be interested in that you're just not seeing by doing a keyword search. So I always recommend that you come over here to all filters, and you can put in search criteria. So you can say, I want to look at internships. You can go by job role. You can go by industry. If you have a specific employer in mind and you want to see if that employer has internships, you can select that. You can select by major. But again, a word of caution with major is that not every internship lends itself to a specific major. So I always use philosophy as a major. If you're a philosophy major, you're not going to see too many philosophy jobs. So depending on your major, you could select major. Those majors that lend themselves more to a job title, like accounting, maybe computer science, nursing, then searching on those majors is helpful. Other majors, you can absolutely do a search on your major, but don't have it be your only search. So if I decide to search on biology, I might try a different search using job role. So you can do more than one search, and that's basically what I'm recommending that you do. But let me pick biology right now, and I will show results. And so what is coming up is any position that's an internship where when the employer was entering the internship into Handshake, they said, yes, I would accept a resume from a biology major. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it is, if you're interested in biology or life science research, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a life science research position. It is a position, an internship where the employer said, I'll accept resumes from a biology major. And as you can see, this is a project management internship. It could be a financial sales internship. So that's what I mean by do a multiple searches. Yes, do one by biology if you're a biology major, but you may also, as a biology major, I'll take that off, want to do one by a search by job role. And I'll just type in research. And you can see there's a number of different areas of research. So clinical research, and then you see an opportunity come up for that. Okay, so you want to do multiple searches. That's going to be your the best way to find all of the opportunities that are available to you on Handshake is do a few searches. Let me clear this one. And then once you've done your search, your next tip is to save that search. When you save the search, you can then have Handshake email you or text you either once a day or once a week all the opportunities that have been posted on Handshake that match your search criteria. So if you're an accounting major and you're looking for accounting internships, you can save that search, and then you can have Handshake alert you when a position is posted that matches your search. Okay. If you're looking for remote internships, then in the keyword box, you type in remote. And that's how you'll be able to differentiate opportunities that will allow virtual or remote. Okay, so we set this up way back in April to have employers type in the word remote into their job titles so that students will be able to easily search for the remote or virtual internships that are on Handshake. I'll stop there. But, let me show you one more thing. I want to show you the events because as I mentioned, we have a lot of events coming up in February, March, and April, where you are going to be able to either attend a virtual fair or attend a virtual employer meetup, where you're going to be able to interact with employers. You're going to be able to hear about internships that these employers have available. The way you can find those events and sign up for those events is under the events tab in Handshake. So you can search, let me go to the filters, and I'm just going to go to Main Career Center and show results. So these are events that the Career Center has posted or that the Career Center is hosting. So you see like our LinkedIn Lab workshops coming up. The Life Sciences Biotech Career Fair is coming up on Thursday. And all of our students are welcome to attend this event. You would just come in, click on the event, and it's an external registration. So if you wanted to register, you click here and it'll bring you to the website to register. So that's our events tab, where you're going to find our career meetups that I'm going to talk about. Our job fairs are all going to be posted here on Handshake. So I'll stop now and see if there's any questions before I go back to my PowerPoint.
I don't see anything in the chat. If anyone has any questions they would like to ask, please unmute yourselves quickly.
And it might be a review for everyone here. Okay. So let me go back to my PowerPoint then, and I'll share. All right, so moving on. So this is the list that I put together of the programs, job fairs that we have. The Career Center either is hosting or we're collaborating with other organizations to host. So as I mentioned, the Life Sciences and Biotech Fair, and that will be full-time jobs and internships, is Thursday, March 25th. So that's coming up on Thursday. If you're interested, go on Handshake and register right away. Next week, we are co-hosting the Social Impact Fair, and we are co-hosting this with, it's a collaboration between probably about 15 other Delaware Valley universities. So we all got together, brought all of our employers together, and we're co-hosting this Social Impact Fair. So if you're interested in healthcare, human services, nonprofit, government, any of those government, nonprofit organizations, that fair is the Social Impact Fair, and that's next Wednesday, March 3rd. Again, that is posted on Handshake, and you can go in and register for that event now. And that's going to be, again, it's a virtual fair. So to prepare, you want to, have your resume ready, and, make sure you register as soon as possible for that event. What the Career Center has also done this semester, a little bit different than our fall fairs, is that we've done and are still doing industry specific employer meetups. So instead of a large fair with any number of different industries, we've broken it down to 6 different industries. You can see there's 3 meetups that we still are hosting this semester. And these are more information sessions with the employers. They're not a job fair. You're not meeting one-on-one with an employer virtually and interviewing with them. We invite 5 to 6 employers into a Zoom meeting, and we do rounds with the employer. So each employer maybe has 10 minutes to talk to a group of students and talk to them about their organization, their opportunities, how to apply for their opportunities. Then that session ends, and then the next session opens. And so students can attend all 5 or 6 of the information sessions with the employers, or you can decide, hey, there's 5 employers who are going to participate, but there's only 2 that I'm really interested in. So you can decide that you're only going to do 2 of those information sessions. So it's really kind of like speed networking, but not real fast, and with 5 or 6 employers. Again, it's not high pressure. It's not an interview. It's not a job fair. It's more of a short information session with the employer. But we do ask you, obviously, dress professionally. You don't necessarily need a suit, but you don't want to, be wearing a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or a hat, during that. And you also, want to research the companies before you join, have some questions, about their opportunities or about their organization. So those events coming up are the finance meetup. That's next Thursday, March 4th. Then March 25th, after spring break, we are having human services and education. And then Tuesday, March 30th is healthcare. These are all posted right now on Handshake. You can go in, you can register. As employers confirm that they're going to be attending, we are adding the employer's name to the Handshake event. So for finance, I think we probably have all of the employers that we're going to have. Maybe we might have 5 and we might be adding 6, but you should be able to see the lineup of employers for finance meetup. And we have employers who have committed for the other 2. I don't think we have all 5 and 6 for 5 or 6 for each of those events, but the closer we get to those dates, you'll know who those employers are that are attending. And then finally on here is our spring job fair. So we are still hosting a general spring job and internship fair where it will be a number of different industries that are represented. It will have the feel of more of a virtual job fair, and that's going to be Wednesday, April 7th. So you can see there is a lot of opportunity for you to interact with employers that is coming up in the next 2 months, but also find out about internship opportunities from these employers. Okay, I want to just talk a little bit about our resources to help you with writing resumes and interviewing. Because before, again, as you saw, as soon as you start looking for an internship, you want to be prepared. You want to be prepared with your resume, and you also really want to be prepared with your interviewing skills and practicing interviewing. So some of the resources that we do have available, and I did post these 2 in the chat, the links to our job and internship guide. That's our book that we always hand out in the Career Center. We went digital this year, and so you can find it digitally on our website. And in the guide is a lot of really good information about developing your resume. There are sample resumes, there's sample cover letters, and there's also information about keywords that you use in your resume, action verbs, a list of action verbs. So that's information that you can take from the guide. And I also provided in the chat a link to the Career Center's resume page where there's sample resumes and a lot of good information there. What we ask of students is definitely have your resume critiqued, but we want you to put your resume together first, and then you can email it to the Career Center for critique and give us 24 to 48 business hours. We'll critique it for you and get it back. The one tip I'll give, because I don't have time to go into a whole resume workshop, but the one tip I'll give is do not use pre-made resume templates to create your resume. There are a number of issues with those resume templates, and I would just say, please, please, please do not use them. Use a blank Microsoft Word document and look at the templates that we have on our website and the samples that we have in the guide. Use that format for your resume, okay? Again, critique it, have it critiqued. We do have a resume workshop that is coming up on Thursday, this Thursday. So if you're interested, you can go on Handshake, find the time and the Zoom link for that and attend. And also prior to the spring job fair, we will be doing our virtual drop-in critique through Zoom. Those will be April 1st and April 5th. So those events are usually 2 hours, and you can jump on the Zoom during those 2 hours, and there'll be a career counselor there to critique your resume for you. Okay. Interviewing. Move on to interviewing. Again, interviewing resources are on our website. We have a whole page of tips on interviewing. We also have Interview Stream, which is our mock interview system that you can access through our interview page. You can do mock interviews where you record yourself answering questions, and then you can follow up by making an appointment with a career counselor, and we can review your mock interview with you and critique you on your mock interview. So great resources that we have on our website and through Interview Stream. We are also doing 2 mock interview days this semester. It's going to be April 16th and 21st. And during those mock interview days, you will be able to virtually do a live mock interview, either with a career center staff member, or an employer. We are bringing in some employer recruiters who volunteered to do short mock interviews with students. So look for information about those mock interview days. Those will be coming up. And then finally, and I know, Caroline, I think I saw that you're doing a Dress for Success. What day are you doing that?
Ours is March 2nd, so next Tuesday.
Okay. So, and you can share this, and I'll send out the flyer to you. So as we did last spring, and we've been doing this for, I think this is our 3rd year now. We've partnered with JCPenney and to do Suit Up. In the past, we did it in the store, which was a lot of fun. Suit Up is an event where JCPenney is offering students and your family and your friends 30% off professional attire. And so this year, and what we did in the fall, because we had to be virtual, is that instead of having it one day, it's going to be multiple days. So JCPenney is offering their Suit Up event April 18th through May 2nd. And during that time, you can get 30% off pretty much professional attire. And again, I will share the information with Ms. Waters, and she can share it out to you. There is a website, so you'll be able to see the list of what would be 30% off and what would be included in this sale. And it's been a great success. Students have really taken advantage of it. I think we had probably 50 students who participated virtually in the fall. And I can tell you it's 30% off, but from past experiences, usually they put the items on sale and then they're an additional 30% off. So you can get some really good deals. Now, internships, working, are they going to be virtual or are they going to be in person? Probably one or the other. Even if you are virtual, you're still going to need to look professional. So they're still going to need some attire. And I think the closer we get to summer, to fall, next spring, we're going to see more and more in-person opportunities as well. So look for, again, look for more information on the Suit Up event that's coming up. I will stop here to see if there's any questions, because then next I'm going to get into the internship, how to find credit for your internship and how the courses work.
Again, I don't see anything in the chat. So if anyone wants to ask a question, please unmute yourselves.
Okay, so I'm going to go on, and I'm glad you've asked me to address internships, because there are definitely a lot of questions surrounding internships. How do I get credit? When can I take an internship? What is an internship? What's considered an internship? Just the process in general. And so I'm going to talk about obviously finding an internship, which we've already done. And now the next question is, okay, I found my internship. How do I get credit for the internship? So any internship course that's offered on campus here at Rutgers-Camden, or all internship courses, are by special permission number. So what that means is that if you want to take the course, you have to get a special permission number to register for that course. The courses are not just open for students to register for, because the instructors, the requirement is that you have to find your internship before you can enroll in an internship course. So you have to secure the internship, and then you get a special permission number for the course. And I'll tell you who you would go to for those special permission numbers in a second. But that's how the internship courses work. One thing I do want you to know is, because, what is it, March 1st, students will be able to see the fall schedules, and you'll be able to start picking out your courses for the fall. So this is really good timing for this workshop, because even though a lot of classes fill up, registration opens in April and some classes fill up within a few hours, the internship classes do not fill up. They don't close. So essentially you have from now, if you're looking for a fall internship, you have from now until the beginning of the fall semester to find your internship and get enrolled in the class. So don't feel like there's a rush that registration's opened up for the fall, so I have to find my internship now. Don't worry about that. You still have time. Even for the summer, you have until the beginning of the first summer session to secure your internship for the summer, if you want to get into an internship course. So I want you to know that. That's why, I think it's good timing. But you always do want to look ahead of time and start. I usually tell students midway through the semester before you want to do your internship is when you want to start looking. So March is a great time to start looking for both summer and fall internships, knowing that you have a little bit more time to secure that fall internship. But the summer internships, March is definitely the time to start looking. Okay, so you found your internship, you're interested in getting credit. One important thing to know, again, this is throughout the campus, is if you want credit for your internship, you have to be at your internship, doing your internship, the same semester that you're taking the course. So if you are interested in taking the fall internship course, you have to be enrolled in the fall internship course in the fall, and you have to be doing your internship, actually working at your internship during the fall semester. The summer, the same way. If you're doing a summer internship, you have to be enrolled in the summer internship course. You can't take the course after you've done the internship, and you can't take the course before you do the internship, because the classes, the assignments with these internship courses go hand in hand with what you're doing at the time while you're in the internship. Okay, I want to make that clear. So internship approval is really by school. So College of Arts and Sciences, business school. I don't think we have any graduate students on here. So I'll talk about today the College of Arts and Sciences and Business School. So, and what those courses look like, what's required of the courses, and then how to get a special permission number. Before I do that, a lot of students have had questions, obviously, about, are virtual internships allowed? And as you can see, the answer is yes. We have actually, even before the pandemic and before we went all virtual, we did allow virtual internships. I'm the instructor of the Arts and Sciences internship course. I've always allowed them, but I'm also, I have requirements for those, like any internship. I have requirements for virtual internships before I approve them for academic credit. And like any internship, if you're doing a virtual internship, you have to have an assigned supervisor with that organization. So somebody who has said, I am the internship supervisor, I'm going to be supervising them, I'm going to be meeting with this student, whether it is in person or virtual. And I agree, the supervisor agrees to fill out an evaluation of you, which is part of your internship grade. So the intern has to be supervised if it's a virtual internship. You must have regular meetings with that supervisor. That could be every day that you're working, that could be once a week, but regular meetings. And the work that you're doing must be meaningful learning experience for you. And really, that's the key to internships, and what makes them an internship is that it has to be a learning experience for the student. And when we request information about the internship, that's, a description. That's one thing that we do ask the internship course instructors is, we want to see what the responsibilities are that you have, but we also want to know what skills are you going to be learning, what content, what information, what knowledge are you going to walk away with. So it has to be a learning experience. And so what that also means is that a part-time job that you're in cannot be an internship, because you're doing it, it's a part-time job, you're not learning anything new. Another reason we don't allow part-time jobs to be internships is because what we found with part-time jobs is the employer views you as an employee first and not a student first. And so we've had experiences where a student had a part-time job, they wanted to make an internship. Again, years ago, we allowed it, and then the student, for whatever reason, was let go from that job because the employer saw them as an employee first and not a student first. And then the student is stuck. They're in a course and they have no way to earn credit for that course because they're no longer doing that experience. So we really look closely at internships to make sure it's a learning experience for students. Students are being supervised, and that it is really, the organization views it as an internship and that it is not a part-time job. Does that mean you can't get paid for an internship? That's not what that means at all. You can get paid for an internship if the employer is able to pay you. But an internship it's understood by the university, the student, and the employer that it's a short-term opportunity, that it's typically one semester. It could go longer, but the understanding is that the student is only going to be with that organization, at least initially, for one semester. It could be paid or unpaid, but it's not a part-time job where it's going to be an infinite time that you would be at the organization. Okay. So next, the arts and science, I'll start with the arts and sciences internship course and College of Arts and Sciences and how you get credit for your internships. And then I'll talk about the business school. I don't know everyone's major, so we'll do a poll after I do this one and see if we have any business students. So if you're a student in the College of Arts and Sciences, you are able to earn 3 credits through an internship course in the College of Arts and Sciences. That credit could be general education credit. So that would be like a free elective credit. So if you are, I always use psychology because psychology majors usually have the most kind of leftover credits that they need to get to 120 credits. So you have your gen ed requirements, your major requirements, and usually students maybe have 90 credits after that, and they still need more credits to get to 120 for graduation. So that's where 3-credit internship could come in for a psychology major. Is it's just elective credit that you're taking. Through the Arts and Sciences internship course, any student in the College of Arts and Sciences, and actually business students as well, can take the Arts and Sciences internship course for just general credit, elective credit. But the Arts and Sciences internship has also partnered with, as you can see, a number of additional academic departments. So for those students in the academic departments, if you secure an internship related to your major, so if you are a criminal justice major, you find a criminal justice internship, you would come to me as the Arts and Sciences internship course instructor to have the internship approved. And you essentially are taking the Arts and Sciences internship course, but you're getting criminal justice elective credit. So for some departments, you're going to be able to get major credit if your internship is related to your major. You can get major elective credit through the Arts and Sciences internship course. Not every department is offering that, but as you can see, a number of departments do offer major credit. Okay, so these are the departments that are under the Arts and Sciences internship course where you can get major credit. There are some departments that have their own internship course. So if you are a student in fine arts, the fine arts department has their own internship course that they teach. So if you're a fine arts major or a graphic arts major, you find an internship, you would actually go to your department chair or your department's administrative assistant, who usually knows everything, and they can point you into the direction of the faculty member you would need to go to have your internship approved, and get a special permission number. So fine arts has their own internship, digital studies has their own internship course, and computer science has their own internship course, okay? If in doubt, you found an internship, you wanna get credit, just ask me, or come to the Career Center. I'll be able to point you in the right direction, whether it's the internship course through the Arts and Sciences or through an academic department. For the most part, for the 3-credit course, students do need to work in their internship 120 hours during the semester. So that's the time that we ask to earn your 3 credits. We don't offer 1-credit internships or 2-credit internships. The minimum and really the most is the 3-credit internship. And we look for you to work 120 hours during the semester that you're taking the course. The exception on our campus is computer science. I don't know if there's any computer science majors on here, but the computer science department requires that you work 300 hours for a 3-credit internship in computer science. Okay, so I wanted to throw that in there. Otherwise, it's a universal 120 hours. Now, if you are working, you get hired by an organization, they might ask you to work 20 hours a week during the semester. And that's going to equal more than 120 hours. And you would, if you're going to accept that position, you're going to work the number of hours that they're asking for. So the 120 hours is the minimum requirement for the 3 credits, but an employer might be requesting that you work more than that. And typically the employer is either going to have the hours in the description, or during the interview, they'll tell you, how many hours a week they are expecting you to work. Okay, but that's always a big question, how many hours? In addition to you're working at your internship, you're doing your 120 hours, you're taking courses, you're taking this course. And so there are additional assignments that go along with the course. The Arts and Sciences internship course is virtual this semester. It will be virtual this summer and into the fall. I'm not sure about summer or spring of 2022 yet, but for now it's virtual. But there are assignments that go along with the internship. It is a letter grade. And as I mentioned before, your supervisor at your intern fills out an evaluation. So their evaluation is part of your letter grade as well for the semester. And then just to let you know, the internship course, Arts and Sciences course, is offered the fall, the spring, and the summer. So each semester it is offered. Now I'll do a quick survey. Are there any business students or business minors participating? You can like type yes in the chat. I'll go through this quickly then.
Yeah, someone just typed yes.
Okay, so the business school, so Arts and Sciences has an internship course, and I'm the instructor for that course. The business school has a business internship course. So the Career Center is obviously here for business majors. You know, you're going to use Handshake to find that internship, or you're going to, you're going to attend our events. So we're the portal for you to find the internship. But once you found that internship and you want credit for the internship, then you can contact Natalie Cox, who is the internship instructor for the business school, or the Student Experience Center can direct you to Natalie to get your internship approved. So she would be the person in the business school to approve your internship and issue you the special permission number to take the internship course in the business school. And as you can see, that some of the criteria, I have 3.0 or higher that you have to have as a business student to take their course. I believe they may have lowered that. It might be a little bit lower now. Theirs is also a 3-credit course, and it would be major elective credit. So if you're an accounting major, you do an accounting internship and you get accounting elective credit. They also require 120 hours that you work at your internship during the semester that you're taking the course. Their courses also offer the fall, the spring, and the summer. Okay, so you can, whenever you are taking your internship, you can get credit for that internship, whatever semester that you're at the internship. Okay, so again, we're a resource to help you find your internships if you're a business student. And then to earn credit, you would go to Natalie Cox to have your internship approved and to get the special permission number for that internship if you're a business student. And this is just kind of my fun slide of some of the places students have done internships over the years. This student right here was at New Jersey Department of Homeland Security. They have some excellent internships in cybersecurity. So our students that have interned with them are interested often in law enforcement. And so they would be doing cybersecurity and monitoring organizations online. This student up here was a marketing major who did his internship with the Atlantic City Press. And so part of his marketing internship was obviously to dress up as the New Jersey, their Atlantic City Press mascot, which was the New Jersey Devil. This is a snap of one of our students who did the Disney internship program and was the safari truck driver for the Disney internship program. It's been very popular with our students. Unfortunately, Disney has suspended the Disney internship program until further notice because of the pandemic. Hopefully they'll be able to open that up again in the fall, but as of now, at least for the spring semester, it was postponed. And then this is one of our alum who at the time was a student. He did his internship with Senator Menendez. He actually interned for Senator Menendez's campaign, his first campaign for US Senate. And when that internship was over in the fall, the senator's office asked him to stay on part-time. And so he did, and it turned into a full-time job. And he only recently left, I think after about 7 years, he left that position for another position in the federal government. But that internship turned into a position for about 7 years. Now, is there an opportunity for an internship to turn into a job? Yes, there is. But is it guaranteed? It's not. So when you take an internship, yes, a lot of students are like, yeah, hopefully this turns into a job. But more importantly, you're getting experience, you're building networks. Not every employer has an opening to hire their interns full-time. I would say we see about 30% of our students who intern are kept on full-time with that organization. Sometimes it's about budget. Sometimes it's just about timing. There's just not an opportunity when the student graduates. But again, you've built skills, you have something to add to your resume, and you also have a network of people that who can also assist you with your job search. Okay, so moving right on, I'm almost finished here. So timelines, if you want to earn credit for your internship, if you are interested in doing a summer internship and you want to take the summer internship class, you want to secure your internship and have it approved by May 28th. So I believe that's like the last Friday before the summer session starts. That's your timeline that you're looking for. So you can see you still have time to find a summer internship, to enroll in the summer internship course. If you're interested in taking the fall internship course, so you want to do a fall internship, enroll in the fall internship courses, I have September 10th as the deadline. That's the first Friday of the semester. I always encourage students to secure your internship by that first Friday of the semester so that you can have it approved and get enrolled in the class, okay? There will be a time, drop add is usually the second Tuesday of, like the last day to add a course is usually the second Tuesday or Wednesday of the semester. I can usually extend adding students to the class into that time frame to give you a little bit more time to find an internship if you haven't by then. But I can't, approve a student 2 months into the semester for the course. If they wanted, if you want to do a fall internship, you can't come to me, the beginning of October, the middle of October and say, hey, I want to get into this course. So there definitely is a time frame, but now's a good time for you to be, hearing this, because now you have plenty of time to find your internships. Also, just to let you know, for the fall, the Career Center is open and we are here to help you throughout the summer semester or the summer to find that fall internship. A lot of students think, oh, I'm not on campus, so the Career Center is not on campus. Not true. I'm here today, actually, but we are, if we're not on campus, we will be virtual throughout the summer. So you can make appointments with a career counselor throughout the summer to help you secure that summer internship. And there's a lot offered in the fall. So make sure you reach out to us if you're still looking for that fall internship in the summer semesters. Okay, so next step, again, find your internship by the first week of classes, have your resume critiqued by the Career Center, start looking on Handshake, create that internship search on Handshake, save it so that you're getting updates. Once you secure an internship, you need to have it approved. If you're not sure who would approve your internship, come to me. I'll tell you, I will point you in the right direction, the right person, whether that's me or someone else on campus. Also, and really important today that I want the takeaway is I'm giving you a lot of resources, a lot of databases to look at, but the career counselors here are also here to work with you one-on-one to find that internship. So I don't want you to feel like we're saying, here, go onto these websites and find your internship. If you're using Handshake, Career Shift, you're not finding an internship, don't wait. Make an appointment. You can make an appointment with a career counselor on Handshake. There is a way you can make appointments and meet with us. We can also give you ideas and resources to help you find internships. And with that, I will ask if there's any last questions. I went through that really quickly, a little over time. But as you can see, there's a lot to cover. And just know that, the Career Center is here to help you.
Nope, no questions.
Again, grab these links from the chat, save those links. And refer to them for interviewing resources, resume resources. I believe I have, yeah, the link right to the Arts and Sciences internship page, a link to the business school internship page. But I thank you all for attending today. Tell
Thank
your
you.
friends.
Thank you, Ms. Holman. This will be recorded, is being recorded. So it will be available on the EOF YouTube page in the next couple of days if you want to refer back to it. And the PowerPoint, once we receive it from Ms. Holman, will be available on Canvas. Thank you so much, Ms. Holman, as always, for your time. And I guess we'll see
Thank
you
you.
soon at the next one.
Right
Take care.
now.
Everyone,
I
as
will
far as
send-
attendance, please make sure that you email me your RUID and name by 5 p.m. today. And I'm providing my email. Okay, I'm providing it now.
And I hope everyone gets out to enjoy the warm weather. I hear there's warm weather.
Oh, it is. I can't wait. All right,
Yeah, that's
everyone, have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.